Hello again, all you magical people. Welcome to Unscripted with Amy Kruzic. And here's where I get to ask my guest one question, and they answer, and we chat about it, and we have fun, and that's what it's all about. So let me bring on my next guest, Seam Hessman. Hey, Seam. Yay! Hey, Seam.
Hi, Amy.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me on.
Oh my gosh, thank you for saying yes.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah, and you know what? I just want to kind of tell people who I'm sure people know who you are because you had such a presence in Andrew Bartis. You've been a fan of his for a long time, right?
3+ years.
That's right, because we discovered him together, in 2020.
Laura Eisenhower's June 8th show, where she had him on.
Yes, and you acquired this presence in the chat room during his comedy shows and his regular shows. He would have call-in shows. So you are just a funny guy to me, and
thank you.
Yeah, you just kind of, you always know where to go and just lighten everybody up. When it's getting too serious.
Yeah, it doesn't affect everybody that way, but I'm glad.
Well, to me, it did because
Thank you.
So you're perfect for this show, right?
I love it.
We're just gonna fly by the seat of our pants.
We'll go with that. Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So let's get started. I have my little question box here.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so it's full. So I think I'm gonna pick a question from these little white cards that I made up, and they're stuck together.
Nice.
Huh. Which one, Amy? I'm trying to see. Oh. Okay. This is going to be great. I don't know. This is funny. Okay. What reality TV show would you most like to see made? I don't know. You can have a do-over.
Well, no. Why do it over?
I don't know.
You can make something out of anything. And
okay.
my first thought was there's so many reality shows that are wildly inappropriate already.
Yeah.
But also they've barely scratched the surface of inappropriate. What if there was a Michael Moore style, gotcha journalism thing where they just invaded the richest, most inaccessible people. We're talking to the president of Peru. They don't know we're in the house.
They don't know.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Can you say a few words to our listeners?
Slam the door.
How did you get in here?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that would be a good one.
Or the top 200 banking family members and executives. Okay, we have reporters in place around the globe and in and off planet. Hello, people. The population would love to hear from you.
Oh, hey, you know what? Listen, you've what is the word? Damn it. Transcribed. You've transcribed. Wait, you've transcribed Andrew's Galactic History. Wouldn't that be a cool reality show? The galactic people,
would be interesting.
Beings, whoever's out there.
I mean, obviously there's something there. Reality shows with the characters depicted in the Galactic History.
Yeah.
Oh, time travel.
Yeah.
Switching dimensions.
Have they had a time travel reality show? Well, Star Trek. That wasn't reality. Time travel.
Well, Star Trek is, in my opinion, straight up reality of the what do you call it? The secret Navy space programs from the World War II through when they started broadcasting in the 60s.
So you're a Trekkie?
I was. I've kind
I
of
was not a Trekkie.
I've become well. I maybe it's generational, but I lucked into the syndicated programs. So even though they were canceled by the time I was watching TV, because their last episode was 69, uh, then it was syndicated. So me and my friends would play Star Trek, and
Oh,
I really wanted to be Captain Kirk, but my friend was kind of the boss of the two of us.
he was the boss.
But
So then
he wanted to play Spock, so I got to be Kirk anyway.
oh, he wanted to play Spock. Okay. He wanted the pointy ears, right?
Well, that
Wait,
funny
who
thing
yeah.
is, I also wanted to have pointy ears.
Well, why not? You're just imagination.
Well, I don't know. Can you
Oh,
see them?
maybe. Maybe a little.
Well,
You could
that's
shave it. Shave it a little. Shave it.
well, well. It's because when I was 7, I would spend a little time each day pinching the tops of my
No,
ears,
no, Sean.
which are cartilage, and
That's hilarious.
they just shake
Oh
that
my
way.
god, stop.
So, can you tell?
Yeah, I can see a little bit of point.
Yeah, that's what I got. So like half elf.
Half elf. Oh, Lord. Oh my gosh, that's great. I love that. I love that.
But
Oh,
but since my love of Star Trek and
yeah.
Next Gen from the late '80s to the early '90s, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, even Enterprise, somewhat, I got clued in. Obviously, Star Wars. Um,
Mhm.
oh, and Doctor Who in the '80s with Tom Baker.
Mhm.
Um, and thanks to Monty, our
Yeah,
mutual friend, I
yeah.
finally started watching the revamped Doctor Who from 2005. But don't forget Battlestar Galactica, Stargate, SG-1, and
Oh my gosh.
Atlantis. There's tons of sci-fi that's really good, including so much stuff that Andrew has helped point me to, like Altered Carbon and Person of Interest, which is
Oh, yeah.
borderline sci-fi or
Yeah. I kind
conspiracy
of
fiction, but all true when you get to know it
oh,
enough.
that's kind of cool. So would you consider those reality shows?
Mm,
Because reality shows are kind of
uh,
silly. They're kind of silly and
yeah,
they're
right.
scripted and
I
yeah.
feel like I feel like reality shows are scripted and not
Yeah.
real, and
Right.
a lot
Yes.
a lot of fiction is like the only way they're allowed to put reality in plain sight. So then they
Yeah.
can do like shows like X-Files that have a
Yeah.
brilliant level of truth, but also like a heaping level of misinformation and maker upper stuff. And so we have to sift through it for what um, we like and
Mhm.
rings true for us or rings true for the people who've actually lived in the programs.
Mhm. Mhm. That's true. What have you so let me just I don't know, it's kind of off the topic, but
Let's get off the topic.
why not? I mean,
Let's do it.
we're talking galactic stuff. What is your favorite when you're transcribing Andrew's things, and you really did a great job. I mean,
Thank you.
you have this whole binder of transcripts.
That's true. I showed you the proof.
Yes, yes. And so what is your favorite takeaway from all that, if you have a favorite?
First off, I was really struck because, I've made an effort over the last 3 years to listen to everything that Andrew publicly released for free, which
Mm.
is 1,000 more
Oh my
hours.
gosh.
There's so much Bartz's material out there, and it's taken me about 3 years, but I think I've gotten through maybe almost all of it.
Yeah.
So the thing I'm struck by the Galactic History interviews is what a great interviewer Lance White was.
Mm,
That there was definitely like a team effort. There's a
wow.
lot of things that I think worked really well because of the question. And
Oh, yeah. That's important.
yeah, and it gives Andrew the permission or the self-permission to just like launch into it.
Yeah.
And there was definitely, I got a sense of collaboration where lots of interviewers, I'm like, oh, great, there's an Andrew Bartz's show. And like they interrupt him, they ask him stuff that he's answered over and over again. And I'm like, come on, do your research, people.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Like I would honestly, I'm not into the galactic history. So I would not really ask Andrew a question because, you know, it would probably come out like,
Right.
you don't know your stuff. You know?
And for me, part of it is I would love to interview Andrew,
Yeah.
but I don't want to repeat stuff. So
Yeah.
that's like, there's probably 10 reasons I can't think of off the top of my head. They might come out. But one of them is that the reason that I devoured his material over my last 3 years that he's put out over the last 11 years publicly is so that I wouldn't repeat it if I ever get the chance to interview him publicly.
Yeah. Wow. Anything stand out? Anything? Oh.
66 planets. That's kind of my
Oh, 66 planets.
Yeah, I'm an astrologer who works with between 10 to 14 energies, which could be considered planets, satellites, stars, energy nodes. But I would love to talk to him about the 66 someday.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know what? You already put it out there. See the universe behind us?
Yeah. Like there's been planets going back, hundreds of years that, the established community is like, oh, those aren't real. And I'm like, are they?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, that was our sign.
Thank you.
That, it's kind of coming to an end already.
Yeah.
Look how quick that was.
It was. It flew by.
I'll have to have you back on. Okay, so how can people get a hold of you, Sean?
Well, you could contact me on Facebook Messenger. So if I get a message there, then I can, I guess, leave me a way to get back in touch with you.
Yeah, and you do astrology?
Astrology, energy healing. I lost track of how many energy modalities I have. Reiki was my first not my first. I was doing Qigong before that, and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've done it all. Sounds like David Ellis, too. He's done a lot of things.
I believe it. I saw how quickly he navigated through the setup for this. I was
right. Yes. I know. He's the best. Well, thank you for coming on.
You're
today,
so welcome.
And we'll have you again. So I leave my audience with the question, and you can leave your answers in the comments below. So how did you, and you can answer this if you want, Sean. How did you spend your first paycheck from your first job? Well, I'm going to say, let's see, I was probably 15 when I got my first job. And I was thinking about this. I'm like, you know what I spent it on? Probably Jordache jeans.
Nice.
Back in the 80s, no, this would have been the 70s. They were expensive, and my parents are like, no, you're going to have to earn that. You're going to have to earn that to get them. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's my answer to the question.
Cool. My first thought was that my first job was probably cutting lawns when I was 10.
Oh, yeah.
Which would have been late 70s. And I don't know what I spent it on, but one of the first things I got with my own money, the first record I bought was Don't Look Back by Boston, their second album.
Oh my gosh.
Which is a great album, even to this day.
I love Boston.
It's really good.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay magical, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Because by speaking to all of the different potential clients, you are learning every single time. Through every text, through every communication, through every call, you're learning a phenomenal amount. You learn who is.
And as you do so, just get snapshots of your life like that. Relaxed previews from the future. What you can do. Tell me your greatest ambition you have for your life. Thank you.
We're going to work on attracting while maintaining and maintaining wealth so familiar that it just feels like it's always been there. Remember, these meditations may imprint new, innovative things. You're going to impress upon yourself what you want to call in, code in.